If you won the lotto today, what would be the first things you do? Pay off debt not including vehicles or student loans. It's not much, between my wife and I it's maybe 20k. After that I'd invest half and use the other half as a down payment on a house. Lastly, I'd go through finances and consider how much is owed to student loans and vehicles, then weigh the pros and cons, interest rates, etc., of paying them off versus investing the rest. I'd still go to school so I don't succumb to boredom or waste my intelligence. As for my wife, she could work if she wants or not. That would be part of the discussion. Depends on the amount. But let's say it's $1 billion. Everybody says they wouldn't tell anybody about their winnings. But fuck that. I don't want to be the only one to be rich in my bubble. It'd make me lonely and miserable. $1 billion is plenty enough for me to share with friends and family, so that we can all do some crazy shit out in the world together. If it's just $1 million though, then I'd just put it in some index funds or a high-yield saving account, so that I could be financially secure until my retirement. Before I claim it, I'd get everything in order. 1. Find a lawyer who specializes in this field. 2. Financial advisor. I'd figure out where nearly every dollar would be going. 3. Write out a list of any and all debts I owed. Talk to friends and family to make sure I don't owe them anything. 4. Claim it anonymously if possible. 5. Follow the direction of lawyer and financial advisors. 6. I would not quit my job. I would not go buy new house or vehicle. Life would go on as normal, but more relaxed. I don't effing know. Try not to tell anyone. I guess I'd be embarrassed. The usual stuff. Pay off debts, hire a financial advisor, and make some sound investment in a broad range. Party a little, maybe buy a nicer house, but probably nothing crazy. Something decent on some acreage near where I hunt. Switch to part-time at work. Travel a bit more. Do some cool destination hunts. Hire someone to help me with projects. And a tank. I'd definitely buy a tank. I don't know, but I'd love the opportunity to find out. I buy a Powerball ticket every now and then when it gets real high, just for shits and gigs. But I stopped thinking about what I'd do if I won a while back. I can't really explain it other than that it sets me up for disappointment. It's like I let my mind run away and get all excited like there's actually a chance I could win. Then I don't win and feel less content with my life. Hire a lawyer. Delete Facebook and change my number so strange family members don't contact me. Pay off our debt. College fund for my niece and nephew. Down payment by our first house. Take a trip abroad. Pay off all the lunch debt at my childhood school and set up an account to make sure the kids can eat a good meal even if they don't have money. Like I wish someone could have done for me. Rest goes to savings retirement. Take care of my family by paying our mortgage off. Would do the same for my brother and dad's mortgage. I would try to diversify the rest of the income in high-yield savings, RAs, and some business acquisitions. I would also make sure my kids don't have to live life working a 9-to-5 for all their lives. Of course, I would quit my job and spend more time with my wife and kids and travel together. The first thing I'd do is probably break down and cry. Then I'd be hiring a competent attorney to help me figure out how to approach claiming the thing and get me legally protected with my new wealth. I'm sure they have a financial advisor they work with too who can help me get all my finances squared away. After I've got all that sorted out, I'll probably order pizza or something. Very first thing is pay off my debts entirely. I'd then look into a tax lawyer, accountant, and a financial advisor. I'd pay off my parents' debts too, and probably buy a ton of Magic the Gathering cards. Eventually I'd move to Europe, which I've been wanting to do for a while, but I don't really have the income for it. I'd also probably donate a lot depending on how much I won. There's a firm that specializes in lotto winners. I get the first call. Once I get the money, I'm giving a fuck ton of it to friends and family who piece of land in an arid place fairly near the ocean and spend the rest of my life not giving any fucks, choosing charities to or whatever would be left. Fund educational reforms, shit like that. I would go home and take a nap. Then when I woke up from that nap, I'd call the mattress store and tell them to bring me the biggest, most comfortable mattress they have in stock. When it arrived, I'd have them set it up. Then I'd throw some brand new super high quality sheets on it and take another nap. I'd probably just sleep for a couple days, to be honest. For one, I would opt to remain anonymous. I'd just put the money in a separate bank account and continue to live poor TBH. Maybe get a financial advisor and look into investing, but I'd want to not touch any of it. All will either sit or be put to work. And I'd continue living paycheck to paycheck and not making large unnecessary purchases. I would make these types of posts about if you came upon a crazy sum of money. What would you do legal worldwide? FR. Stop reminding me that I'm broke and the solution to my problems is money. Please. Edit in not saying money will make me happy. In saying money will solve my problems. My problems are not being able to afford shit. Establish residency in a state with no income taxes. Get a new cell phone number. Hire a couple investment brokers and a pair of attorneys, all from different companies, to collaborate and determine the best strategy to retain the winnings. Only after that plan has been decided would I cash in the ticket. A whole lot of deep breaths, pictures of ticket, signature, lock it up somewhere. My stupid routine is to throw away everything in my pockets as soon as I get home from work. Make sure I keep safe. Up next is all that other important legal tax stuff that wouldn't even matter without proof that I won. If I won the lotto today, the first thing I'd do is probably sit down and catch my breath then. I'd definitely pay off my student loans and credit card debt. After that, I'd set up a trust fund for my kids' education and invest for the future. And of course, I'd treat myself to a nice vacation to celebrate. A few things. Bet on NC State men's winning the NCAA tournament. Bet on NC State women's winning the WNCAA tournament. Max my Roth IRA for 2023 before for 15. Then max 2024 and beyond. Max my 401k. Find a way to help family and friends. Travel and do bucket list items, you know. That sort of stuff. 1. Pay off all of my debts and the debts of my loved ones. 2. Buy a big but not insane house. 3. Bed to bath. 3. Buy myself a car. Since I've never owned one. Nothing fancy. No Bugattis or anything. Something safe and sensible. 4. Hire an accountant and say tell me what to do with the rest. I think the best thing to do first is to take it easy. Don't tell anyone and take a few weeks off. Maybe go on holiday abroad. That I would think about what I want to do with the money, and then get in touch with the best financial experts in the country before I even claim the money. Hire the following: tax attorney, security accountant, lawyer, financial advisor. Then I would have a trust to sign the winning ticket. A trust can put a barrier between you and the onslaught of relatives, friends, and strangers who will want your money. Tell my wife. Then start looking into setting up a trust fund. Then figure out how I can safely pick up the first check at the lotto office. Once I get the first check, I'd figure out how to quit elegantly, which can be interpreted to mean anything you want. Pay off student loans. See if I can afford to retire now. If I can't, then invest it so it grows till I can retire comfortable. Comfortably means I can take a month-long travel trip any place in the world and do this year after year till I die. Pay off all debts. Pay off all my friends and family's debts. Buy a house in every travel country in the world. Donate $1 million to every business I regular. Pursue every dream that I have ever had. Die with a bunch of money to go to my boyfriend. I didn't win the lottery, but I sold my business last year. I had more money in my bank than I ever had. Honestly, I didn't know what to do with myself. It's a weird feeling knowing you can do whatever you like and never have to work again. 1. Tell my financial advisor. 2. Ensure that my close family are debt-free. They get one bailout. 3. Plan to be semi-retired by the end of the year. Ride out existing contracts, obligations, and focus on my side gig passion project. Pay off debt. Buy my vehicle. Put half in cash away in a safe. Put the other half in a high-interest savings account and don't touch it. I wouldn't want to buy a house since they're so expensive. I'd just keep working and rent. Dairy first. I'd go pig out at the fancy oyster bar restaurant I like. Next, set aside $10 crown fund money to goof off with while hiring people with much more financial experience and me to figure out how to keep the rest. So besides the lawyer, financial tax people, I'd finally get a car I want. Nothing crazy. Alexis, highest trim LOL. I've never had a choice in the vehicle I've gotten, so I'd like to do that if I won a lot of money. Call Maya out for a money manager, accountant, and lawyer recommendation. She is wealthy and can point me to people she trusts to handle my money. Once all that is done, claim the money and start taking care of my family. I would pay off my car, hire a financial advisor, buy a reasonably priced small house with maybe an acre or two, and then go back to school and get my MBA. I would still work and tell no one about my lotto luck. Was done with the tax attorney and lawyers, I would set the alarm on my house, grab my passport, and disappear for a few months on a series of very long cruises and just relax and think about the future.